Well, we're right back again. We haven't even left our rooms. I'm still in my same hotel room. You can see Mel hasn't even changed his shirt, and Murad still looks as handsome as ever. He'll never stop looking that good. So, Mel, listen, you've come up. I mean, Murad, you've come up with something that is actually is an addendum to the last video we just put up. Looking at these Houris, there's something else that you want to bring up, and I want to give it over to you because this is exciting. And I'm going to see what Mel thinks about this. This is the first time he's hearing it. Give us the reference that you're talking about, and tell us what the word is that you're looking to, and then tell us the real meaning in Arabic, so that we can understand how is it, in some ways, that the Quran has really messed this up. Over to you, Murad.
Yeah, so I am sure that a lot of people will try to counter what Mel has been saying by these two verses in the Quran. One, it's in Surah 44, verse 54. It says, كَذَلِكَ وَزَوَّجْنَاهُمْ بَحُورَ عِينٍ. And this is translated, one of the translations is, even so it will be, and we shall wed them unto fair ones. And I am sure that people who will come back to us will say, well, here you have the word zawaj, then you have marriage. So how come you will marry pearls? But you see this word zawj all over the Quran. It does not mean marry. It means um, having a mate or being united. So something like tawheed, unification. So you will become one with these pearls. So this will go, it will fit well with what Mel is saying, and it will fit well with the language. Anytime I will translate the word zawj in my new translation, it will be mating, but not mating as having marriage or having sex. It's as becoming one entity. That's all I wanted to say.
Whoa. Okay. Okay, Mel, unpack that. This is great. Now
Yeah,
take that
so
one step further. What are the pearls that we've been talking about, and what is the uniting with them?
yeah, so the pearls in St. Ephrem's terminology means Jesus. So they are uniting with Jesus. And even if you were to allow for the marriage idea, it's still in the sense of the bridal chamber. You're in the Bible it talks about the virgins waiting with their wicks. You know, there's a parable to do with them in the Gospels. But even if you exclude the marriage idea, ultimately what it's talking about is uniting with Christ, who is the pearl. So it's a very different meaning
You see,
to
Mel,
what.
the word zawj, it means your other half, which is an integral part of you. It's part of you. You see, it's the counterpart. It's your other perfect half that, like Adam and Eve. Eve would be a mate, would be a zawj. As the Quran is saying, the Quran actually knows very well what it's saying. It's a zawj of
Mm,
Adam. This is how it's mentioned in the Quran because
yeah,
it's other half. She was part of him.
yeah.
Right. Well, that's fascinating. So, in this context of chapter 44, verse 54, the Zawj that is there in the Quran, as you read it today, it's very clear that these men in heaven are having, well, in this case, sex with these Houris, these women, these pearls. When in reality, the pearls that is taken from that has been borrowed from Saint Ephrem's material in the 4th century, this pearl is Christ. And he always meant it that we are to be married or united with Christ. So that which is beautiful and pure and a great image of coming together and be one with Christ, which is right, the message of the New Testament, has been sexualized again or bastardized again, as I always say, and made into a very sexual environment of men going and having sex with these Houris, these 70 Houris, 72 Houris. Fascinating.
I think I think we could also refer to St. Paul's teaching about Christ's bride being the church, which obviously means all the Christians. So the Christians that go to heaven, they're uniting with Christ. That's it's a very innocent meaning. It just means being united with Christ again. So there's lots of biblical backup for this. The idea that it's to uniting with Christ.
So
Okay,
much
I
So
of
will
we
the
can
say
Quran.
I will say just one last word, then I will give it back to Dr. J, because the Quran itself says that people who followed Christ, he raised them above all the others. So it's very clear. This is a reference in the Quran, it's very clearly stated. So there is no problem here.
Okay, terrific. Listen, thanks again, you guys. This is great fun to be with you. I'm here in Denver. They're in Ireland, and they're in the Middle East. So good to know that we are united in Christ, not united with these Houris. That which is pure has been adulterated, and we need to make sure we get it back to its original text. Let's take it back to Ephrem, and let's see who Ephrem's talking about. Ephrem's talking about Jesus all the time. And so are we. And so on that note, this is Jay, Mel, and Murad. Over and out.